Camilla Parker Bowles was determined to ensure her children had a stable home life. However, that didn't mean things were uncomplicated during their early years. When Laura was young, Prince Charles and Camilla were simply friends. William and Laura often had heated arguments over who was to blame for their broken homes. Laura Lopez, the only daughter of Queen Camilla, was born during her first marriage, long before Camilla became engaged to King Charles. Unlike other royal insiders, Laura, the younger sister of Tom Parker Bowles, Camilla's oldest child and only son from her marriage to Andrew Parker Bowles, has consistently avoided the spotlight. Recently, she broke her silence after years of keeping a low profile, raising questions about what Laura had to share with the British public and why she kept her thoughts private for so long. Laura Lopez's revelations have attracted significant attention, especially her perspective on her mother, Queen Camilla. For those unfamiliar, Laura is the daughter of Camilla from her previous marriage. With her mother's new title came heightened responsibilities, sparking curiosity about how Camilla's role as queen consort might affect Laura and her brother Tom. Laura admitted that being the daughter of Camilla, a woman initially viewed by many as a royal outsider, was far from easy. Growing up, Laura was often caught between media portrayals of her mother as the infamous third person in Prince Charles and Princess Diana's marriage and the reality of their private lives. In interviews, Laura revealed that her childhood was rocky. Despite efforts to shield her from the press, whispers and headlines about her mother's affair with Charles frequently disrupted her daily life. Friends, teachers, and even strangers made assumptions about Laura, not based on her actions but because of her mother's public image. This unwanted attention shaped Laura's views on relationships and trust, forcing her to mature quickly. Even as a teenager, she sensed the tension between her mother's private devotion to King Charles and the public rumors surrounding her actions. In 1995, Camilla and Andrew Parker Bowles divorced after a tumultuous battle fueled by revelations of Camilla's affair with Charles. Amidst this public scandal, Laura stood by her mother, offering support while facing relentless scrutiny from the British media. Despite her efforts to stay out of the spotlight, the rumors surrounding her mother's relationship with Charles often brought Laura unwanted attention. As Laura grew older, the complexities of royal life became more pronounced. Her mother's marriage to Prince Charles in 2005 thrust her into a royal drama she never sought. Unlike her stepbrothers, Princes William and Harry, who were born into royal life, Laura was introduced to it as an adult with little time to adjust. Reports suggest she often felt out of place at public events involving her mother, King Charles, and her stepbrothers. While Harry and William were accustomed to royal protocols, Laura struggled to reconcile her private life with the high-profile demands of royal duties. The growing prominence of Camilla within the royal family, culminating in her becoming queen, added further strain. Laura shared that her mother's evolving role brought new challenges to their lives. Despite these difficulties, Laura remained supportive of her mother, even as she navigated the complicated dynamics of their unconventional family history. Her revelations offer a rare glimpse into the personal challenges faced by one of the most private members of the British royal family. According to Laura, she was shocked at how quickly people's opinions of her mother changed. Initially, Camilla faced significant criticism from the British public and the media, but over time, she was accepted as an essential royal figure. However, this shift had a downside. Laura felt that improving Camilla's public image often came at the expense of their family's privacy. Despite this, she admired her mother's journey from Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Camilla, praising her strength and dedication. Public curiosity about Laura's openness regarding her experiences also grew. Many were intrigued by how the British public received her decision to speak openly about her journey, with some viewing it as a bold move shedding light on lesser-known aspects of the Queen's life, while others criticized her for exposing private family matters. Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles have been married since the mid-2000s. While Camilla is now known as the Duchess of Cornwall and later Queen, she once lived a more ordinary life as a married mother of two. Laura's decision to share her story revealed surprising details, including her rocky adjustment to royal life, which was far from the seamless transition of her stepbrothers, Harry and William, who were born into royalty. Laura's journey to finding her place in the royal family and managing her relationships with Harry and William captured the most attention, offering explosive revelations about the challenges she faced. Laura and her brother, Tom Parker Bowles, grew up in a world distinct from royal rules and traditions. While their upbringing in a British high-class family afforded them certain privileges, they largely avoided public and royal scrutiny during their early years. Princess Diana's public acknowledgement of a third woman's role in her marriage breakdown brought new attention to Camilla and her children. Diana's statement, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded," highlighted the tension, but few royal insiders knew the true identity of the third woman or her children, including Laura. Angela Levin, author of Camilla, From Outcast to Queen Consort, revealed that Charles was a regular visitor at Camilla's home even during his marriage to Princess Diana. Levin noted that Laura and Tom enjoyed his visits, calling him "Sir," and finding him kind and lovely. Tom even described his stepfather as warm, thoughtful, and caring. Despite this, the children often found themselves caught up in their parents' challenges, even when they didn't fully understand them. According to Penny Junor's book Queen Consort, Diana was aware of Charles and Camilla's ongoing relationship as early as 1980 and opposed the idea of Tom serving as a page at her wedding in 1981. Charles agreed, and Tom attended the wedding as a guest with Camilla. During the ceremony, he stood on his seat to get a better view of the couple. In 2005, Tom married writer and editor Sarah Baez in a high-profile wedding, the same year that Camilla married Prince Charles with her children present. Royal historians suggest that Laura was uncomfortable with the attention surrounding the royal wedding. A friend shared with the Daily Mail that Laura initially planned to be abroad during the engagement announcement but stayed as events unfolded more quickly than she anticipated. She reportedly became upset with the excessive attention, which she disliked. Nonetheless, Laura supported her mother during this significant moment. Reports indicated that she stayed with Camilla at Clarence's house the night before the wedding, and her brother Tom acted as a witness alongside Prince William. Laura's attempts to distance herself from her mother's long and complex relationship with King Charles ultimately culminated in dramatic developments in 2005. Since 2005, Laura has maintained a low profile following her mother's marriage to Prince Charles, now King Charles III. Despite her connection to one of the world's most famous royal families, Laura has chosen a quiet and private life, focusing on her family and raising her children with her husband, Harry Lopez, while managing her career away from the royal spotlight. Although she occasionally attends significant royal events such as weddings or family gatherings, she remains in the background, avoiding public or official roles within the monarchy. Her approach reflects a preference for a grounded, regular life, even as she supports her mother and stepfather. William reportedly blamed Laura's mother, Camilla, for the pain caused by her and Charles's affair, which he believes brought great suffering to his mother, Diana. By staying out of the limelight, Laura strikes a balance between her ties to royalty and her independent identity, contributing to her reputation as a private yet supportive family member. While Laura's children, Eliza, Gus, and Louis, were active participants during royal ceremonies, their presence was perceived by some as Camilla's attempt to bridge her past and present. Eliza, in particular, garnered attention as a bridesmaid at Prince William and Kate Middleton's wedding, growing up in an environment where royal connections are both a privilege and a burden. Behind the scenes, the atmosphere is described as tense. Reports indicate Laura was not pleased with the renewed media attention surrounding her family. Though she fulfilled her duties with grace, there were subtle indications of discomfort, such as limited contact with key royal figures during events. Palace sources reveal Laura has maintained a long-distance relationship with her stepbrothers, Prince Harry and Prince William. While they have attended family events together, interactions have been minimal. Media reports highlight how William and Harry were unhappy with their father's decision to marry Camilla in 2005, reportedly trying to dissuade him. Their unresolved pain over their father's affair with Camilla has naturally created barriers to closeness between Laura and her stepbrothers. As two of the world's most famous royals, William and Harry's relationship with Laura has been under public scrutiny. Despite her efforts to avoid aligning herself with any faction within the family, Laura has faced increasing discomfort, particularly due to Prince Harry's memoir Spare. In the book, Harry openly criticized Queen Camilla, portraying her as someone who prioritized her public image over the well-being of others. While Laura has not publicly addressed these claims, sources suggest she was unhappy with the fallout, which further strained relationships and widened divisions within the family. Laura's position has become more challenging as her children grow older and become aware of the media coverage surrounding their family. Queen Camilla's public image has undergone a gradual transformation, thanks to palace efforts to rebrand her as a compassionate and dedicated royal partner. However, not everyone has embraced this narrative, and Laura has found herself caught in the crossfire. Harry's portrayal of Camilla in Spare has fueled tensions, creating ripple effects that complicate reconciliation efforts among the step-siblings. According to Katie Nichols' book William and Harry, Behind the Palace Walls, heated arguments have occurred between Prince William and Laura since King Charles and Queen Camilla married in 2005. William, deeply protective of his late mother, Diana, holds Camilla responsible for much of his mother's pain and the eventual divorce of his parents. These underlying tensions have continued to affect family dynamics, leaving little room for resolution or closeness. Laura was very angry when she felt it was unfair for all the blame to be placed on her mother. She didn't hold back when William criticized Camilla and fiercely defended her mother, pointing out that Charles had also contributed to the problems in her family. This dynamic revealed how both children navigated their complicated emotions about their parents' pasts but approached it from different perspectives. Laura openly told William that his father was responsible for destroying her family, and at times, Charles bore the brunt of her outrage. Despite rarely bringing her private issues into the public eye, Laura shocked everyone when she spoke out this time, revealing surprising details about her personal and professional life. Many are left wondering about Laura's private world and what she does behind closed doors. Born on January 1, 1978, to Queen Camilla and her second husband, Andrew Parker Bowles, Laura attended Hayward Preparatory School in Corsham alongside her brother, Tom Parker Bowles. She later pursued higher education at Oxford Brookes University, where she studied the history of art and marketing. In 2001, she interned at the prestigious Peggy Guggenheim Collection in Venice, gaining valuable experience in the art world. That same year, she worked as a motoring correspondent for Tatler, a British magazine where her brother Tom also contributed as a food columnist. In May 2006, Laura married Harry Lopez, a chartered accountant and grandson of Lord Aestir of Hever, at St. Cyriac's Church in Lacock, Wiltshire. Her wedding was a much-talked-about event in the city, with Laura wearing a gown designed by Anna Valentine, the same designer who created Camilla's wedding dress for her marriage to Prince Charles in 2005. Despite preferring a private life, Laura has attended several significant royal events, including the Order of the Garter service at Windsor Castle, Prince William's wedding, and the 2018 wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. She was also present at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in 2022 and the coronation of her mother as queen. At the coronation, Laura's twin sons, Gus and Louis, joined their grandmother, Queen Camilla, on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Both boys served as pages of honor, an important traditional role for young royal family members. Gus, despite breaking his arm in a bike accident just days before the coronation, demonstrated the family's unwavering commitment to duty and tradition by attending the event. While Laura has worked hard to maintain her privacy, her connection to the royal family has made it challenging to forge an independent identity. Nonetheless, she has thrived as an artist and gallerist, building a successful career in the art industry. Over the years, she has held significant roles, including working at the Space Gallery in London and founding her own gallery to support young artists. Her career has enabled her to live a relatively typical lifestyle, quite different from her famous stepbrothers and other royal family members. Despite her mother's rise from Duchess of Cornwall to Queen, Laura has been described by her friends as an independent person who values her privacy and does not concern herself with royal luxuries. Maintaining this balance, however, has proven difficult due to her ties to the royal family, but she continues to prioritize her personal and professional life. Laura's future outlook, according to family sources, reflects her frustrations with the British press. She has openly expressed her discontent with how her life has been subjected to public scrutiny. In an interview, she lamented that every significant event, from her marriage to Harry Lopez, a former model and now a businessman, to the births of their children, has been closely monitored and reported by the British tabloids. Adding to her frustrations, Laura feels that her accomplishments are often overshadowed by her mother's past and the controversies surrounding the royal family. She deeply desires a more private life, free from the constant media attention. Laura's connection to the royal family has also impacted her friendships. She admitted that she often feels pressured to justify herself both professionally and as an individual, wishing to be recognized for her own merits rather than being defined by her mother's history. Furthermore, her relationship with her mother, Queen Camilla, has faced challenges due to royal duties. Laura understands her mother's sacrifices, but Camilla's decision to fully embrace royal responsibilities brought a sense of distance, depriving them of the simpler days they once shared. Despite this, their bond remains strong, grounded in love and understanding. Laura has made a conscious effort to shield her children, Eliza, Gus, and Louis, from public attention. In 2011, Eliza gained brief public attention when she served as a bridesmaid at the wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton. Although it was a historic moment, Laura generally keeps her children away from royal events, aiming to provide them with a normal upbringing away from the pressures of royal life. Royal watchers note that Laura harbors concerns about how her children's connection to Queen Camilla and King Charles III might affect their lives. She wants them to grow into resilient individuals who pursue their interests and passions without being defined by royal affiliations. With recent public revelations, many are curious about Laura's next steps. There have been rumors about King Charles bestowing royal titles on Laura and her brother Tom, but during the king's coronation, both firmly denied these speculations. Laura remarked that they would not take on royal titles or wealth, emphasizing that being referred to as the Duke or Duchess of whatever would be unappealing. Historically, stepchildren of sovereigns have not taken on official royal duties, and Laura remains outside the line of succession to the throne. Nevertheless, Queen Camilla has involved Laura in royal events, where she often serves as her mother's confidant and advisor. Some even describe Laura as a voice of reason for the Queen Consort. According to author Juna, Laura is the only person Camilla is genuinely afraid of. Beyond her involvement in royal engagements, Laura might focus more on her art business, especially after closing other ventures. She recently attended the 2024 Royal Ascot with her mother, wearing a navy dress and feathered hat reminiscent of Camilla's elegant style, showcasing her growing visibility in royal circles. Laura's husband, Harry, and their children remain active in royal life, albeit discreetly. However, Laura faced challenges in her business ventures. She and Harry opened the Mojo and McCoy boutique 8 years ago in Hungerford, Berkshire, along with friends, including Laura's sister-in-law, Mima Lopez. The boutique, known for high-end brands, was initially seen as a promising venture, but it recently closed due to challenges in the retail industry. Although there were plans to relocate, they didn't materialize. Reports suggest Laura may seek advice from King Charles before embarking on any new business ventures, as she is impressed by his ability to handle tough situations. Regardless of where Laura shifts her focus, it appears her efforts to separate her legacy from the royal family may face ongoing challenges. Her role as her mother's right-hand supporter in royal duties highlights her continued connection to the monarchy. Although she does not wish to play a prominent role at the palace and holds no official duties, Laura remains committed to serving her mother in a private capacity.